Hello, D-Unifier people them. My goodness, I'm so glad for the return one more time this week. Una kushe. Wherever una dey na the world, I dey bring una plenty I'll do. Whether na morning, na afternoon, na evening time, I dey tell all man plenty I'll do. Una welcome one more time to the Unifier Hour. I know say don't taste small where we can to una, but una sef know say we been there some big agba will be mixed with and not a thing where anybody go pray for. I just want to say una thank you for tuning in, and we appreciate una patience, we appreciate una understanding. We've been here for honor waiting happen with we, and just take a little bit of a break from we meeting every week. But we tell God thank you, say God, now God, we're faithful, and at this point, it don't allow we for able for come back, for come get some time with una, for your way to una get for say, for make una your way to we self get for say, and for let we continue with camaraderie will be done the build. Like I say, we don't day away from this platform for a few weeks. We all know say we leader Dr. Richard Conte and the wife, Mrs. IZ Conte. Then be really hit hard with one of the greatest challenges where any parent go ever get for go through. Then lost them boy Pekin, Conte Jr., where all man they call Sarichi. And it not be easy, it's still not easy. But we tell God thank you for life. We tell God thank you, say, in the supreme God, na him being given this speaking, na him don't call this speaking. So we tell God thank you. And on that note today, I want to invite everybody we tune in. Una let we give honor to the memory of Sarichi. I just want to let we hold a 1 minute silence starting now. I just want to close this 1 minute silence with a word of prayer, because we leader, na man with afraid God. Papa God, I just want to tell you thank you. Say, even in this time of challenge, Papa God, you're not left with leader, you're not left in wife, you're not left in girl picking, you're not left in whole family. That when things longer, Papa God, you did it for them. When things good, Papa God, you did it for them. And through their own example, we see say, even when challenge come, Papa God, they're able for open their mouth and tell you thank you. We tell you thank you for the kind heart where you get them, Papa God. We tell you thank you for the relationship we then get with you, Papa God. We make delicate today, they're able for stand this kind challenge. We give you praise, we give you glory. And we say, Papa God, now you know best. And so we're not to ask questions. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. It's not easy for waka through this kind of thing. But we tell God thank you for the life of Dr. Richard Conte. We tell God thank you for the life of Madam Isaac Conte. We tell God thank you for the life of their daughter. We tell God thank you for the one family where they grieve. And we they ask una for continue, for share una prayers for them. Do ya? Okay, so we know say this die don't be, and the bearing of Sarichi Richard Conte Jr., it bring Baku people them come for can express their condolences, their sympathies. Some then come out of a sense of obligation, but a much, much greater number come because of the relationship we then get with Dr. Conte and in family. Then come because they value that relationship and then see something good in that relationship day. In addition to that one day, we see plenty of the Alagbadem na APC. They all come. None Alagba na APC no day we not show up na that funeral day. Then Canada the host, some come 2 to 10. Then they make them way, travel go bend them for the burying. And I just want for ask the one day where they are today with me for go back and look this showing of solidarity where we see and as they do that one day, la just back up small and introduce a couple of people then where they are with we in the studio today. I go ask with studio manager if you go able for bring them up on screen so that we go see them. Because part of the comment where I just make now a question where I want for put to them. So we stage manager, do you go bring up we panelists. Welcome, Mr. Mege, to the Unifier Hour, and welcome, Mr. Albert, to the Unifier Hour, and welcome, Madam Pose, to the Unifier Hour. So I've been there, give a little bit of an introduction on, the funeral. We know say not to be a time of joy, not be a time of tremendous challenge for the family, for the campaign team, and, really for the country as a whole, because Dr. Conte don't serve this country. We see some people then come 2 to 10 and kind of the host and then go all the way back when them go for the burying. And at the end, Dr. Conte been get for give a thank you speech. And in that speech day, he say, now when team meet you, now you don't know who that now you two party. Which man say, now in times of adversity, now you didn't know your true friends. I want for make una give me una own take on the personality then we've been there in attendance at the funeral and waiting this imply for Dr. Richard Conte as the unifier, because we know see Dr. Richard Conte in other name na the unifier. I will call anyone where you feel comfortable for go first. Please go ahead and give me your take on this. Thank you.
Jose, I can come in a little bit.
Yes, go ahead, Ma.
Good afternoon, listeners, and good afternoon, the panelists. Thank you very much, Mrs. Valda KaiKai, for this wonderful program, and thank you very much to the Unifier Hour and Dr. Richard Conte. First and foremost, I will continue for say my sympathy to Dr. Richard Conte and wife and the rest of the family. May Sir Richie and soul continue for rest in perfect peace. As I've been present day, this just shows. I know say people and they say, oh, APC is divided, APC, there is too much hala hala, but within me see, this just shows the unity, the love, what we get for one another in the party. At times like this, now you didn't know whether they really they're there for you, whether they really they think about you. And indeed, so many hierarchies then show up at the house or can cry with Mr. and Mrs. Dr. and Mrs. Conte. The house been the full every day. That there is not a day where APCians they no go show up in that house there. From the east, from the southeast, from the north, from the west, they all show up and can pay them respect. And as you rightly mentioned about the funeral, there were a whole lot of dignitaries at the funeral, from a former president and a former chairman and leader of the party, Dr. Anes Bai Kuruma, the vice leader of the party, Minkailu, we opposition party leader, Sherry Coco and Inwe, because I see them. The likes of Petito was there, the like of Kelfala Mara was there, of course. Wiyon, former able Secretary General Payansane was there. The mayor of Freetown, Madam Yvonne Akisoya was there. The mayor of Tonkolili, Madam Yabum was there. And I believe there are other deputy mayors then from the different region. Then we most likely may not even know them, but they were there. The wife of Samsumana was there. There were so many party leaders then, and people that we don't serve a top leadership. Madam Nane Thomas, I believe, Nane Thomas was there, and I even see the former deputy of information when Mr. Femi Mansuri, he was there as well. There were so many of them, but because we've been busy in the item 13 area, but this just shows say we party, and no matter how we are, when teammates we were all together as one. And then show say Dr. Richard Conte, he belonged to this party, he don't serve this party, and this is how they should pay him at this time when he mourn. And which was very impressive. Even though this man had a mourn for him picking, then they still yet not stop him, say thank you to him party. Then they still yet not stop him, let him not talk about peace and how we for come together as one. When I hear Dr. Richard Conte make that statement, I was truly amazed. Say this man, despite it cry inside his heart, but in party, coming together as one, unity in the party, speaks a whole lot of volume to him. He's just an exceptional man. I'll go left hand for you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Posse. Really appreciate your response. Mr. Albert or Mr. Megan, any one of you want to in on that one day, one way in?
Well, again, this is Miguel. I want to say thank you, Valda, and thank you to the Unifier Radio. In response to the question where you ask, first of all, I want to say thank you and say condolences again to the Conte family, to Dr. Richard and IZ and the family. May Sarichi in soul rest in peace.
Amen.
With people that can say adversity introduces a man to himself. You're not gonna know who that you be until you're inside trouble. Or you're not gonna know you close people them until where trouble meet you. I'll be happy for the country for calm and sympathize and console with the Conte family. The exemplary leadership where Dr. Conte showed over the years is a payback time, because the kind people that I see can at the host and attend the funeral for in Pekin show me say, sometimes the way you invest in people in life, you know how much impact you don't make until wait trouble meet you when they come for return the favor. I mean, there is no time in the day where that house not full up with, from people of the common people to the leaders in the nation, from both parties, SLPP and APC. All the hierarchy of APC, of course, from member of parliament to the party stalwarts to the different factions, different groups, and different constituencies all over the country. they all come and can sympathize with the contest. SLPP people more, APC people more. Like we sister don't say, everybody be there at the host, and some they make them a point for even travel through bus or then private cars, come from every region of the country for Kanak Bendembu, for show them respect to Dr. Richard Conte and in West for the loss of them Pekin. You know, that shows a lot of unity and solidarity and also commitment, and show in leadership, say it cut across the nation. Because like I say, everywhere, the Northeast, Kono, Kenima, Kailaun, Pujon, Moyamba, you name it, Makeni, Potloko, Cambia, people come from everywhere. I see it with my own eyes. I witnessed the occasion, and I was very impressed at the very moment where doctor and in wife and in family and they cry for them Pekin. He get the courage as a leader. He take the responsibility for appeal and call for unity na the APC. Because you know sometimes they then kind of situation and they then can bring we all together. And at that moment, he asked, Seduya, let we come together as one. As we don't unite on this begging, let we continue the unity. And even call and ask and appeal that then go call all the stakeholders of APC for unity. And he exemplify as a unifier how to bring the country together, how to bring the party together, how not only in sadness, but in joyous times, that we will all come together. So it'll be a sad moment, but sometimes, again, during those moments is when you will see unity build. And I believe, say, the appeal and the call where he make that day, it resonates to the party and to the country as a whole. For let we work together, let we come together, and let we put the differences aside. Let we look at unity for the party and for the country. Again, that shows in leadership, Dr. Conte in leadership, how he cut across the nation. Because me, I see people from all over the country, every facet of the nation come together. Now the host and also for the begging for can sympathize with Dr. Conte. Truly, it was really good to be part of a unifier team when I see the kind of people them, from the least man to the highest man, everybody now one at that time. Nobody not been past anybody because we all be there for cry with them, for sympathize with them, for console them, and for tell them, say, God is in control. Again, it was a very, 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 very unifying moment for the country and also for the party where we all come together.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. You highlight a number of important things about the unifier and a message, and the fact that he able to pull together various factions across the party, across the country, and across different political beliefs for come together. That speaks volumes about the unifier and his abilities and capabilities for unify not only the APC country party, but the country as a whole. I just want to give another opportunity, a last opportunity to Mr. Albert, if you want for weighing on this first comment. You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you, Madam Host. Now a good opportunity for make we deny and make we they deliberate about some of these things, So myself, I just want for continue for extend condolences to the entire Conte family and to Dr. Richard Conte. I mean, what happened, a very devastating loss. And but in the midst of difficulties, now they great leaders, then they muscle courage and stand stand out. And we see Dr. Richard Conte exhibit those qualities, in a moment of grief, in a moment where leaders in the crack and everything fall apart, those kind trying times. Dr. Richard Conte is stand up, he sees the moment during the funeral. He not been there in the agenda for make even say a thing, but he look at the moment and with all natural leadership, he get up, he said thank you to the people, and he look at the composition of the individuals that were been there at that time. He sees that moment for bridge unity because he is always a unifier. And that quality of a unifier show everywhere, whether in hard times, in difficult times, he exhibit the quality of a leader where he muscle up courage and he stand up and he preach the message of unity, the message of the unifier. He call on everybody who been there. He say this now the time we for come together and unite. Courage now a very special pillar, or I can say now a very special character for leaders. Things like this we don't see people and they break apart, then they fall apart. People like now he been there in this campaign. He want for the campaign for be the flag bearer of the party, and all of a sudden these difficult things happen. Easily for many people and give up, say, oh, okay, me on done, but he say no. He stand up even at that moment, what happened that particular time where Dr. Richard Conte give that message, where he rally the APC, he rally everybody around. He say this is time we for unite. Now, a special thing. That was a special. Anytime I listen to that message, I see something special. I see a special leader. And I can always go back like how Mourinho, Jose Mourinho, the former the coach for well, look, we don't be coach for many clubs now in England. He say I'm the special one, but I think say within the APC we get the special one, and who is Dr. Richard Conte, and in unifying message, and in message for as the unifier, he always stand out, and he dey live by the day, not to only like something where a message where he just carving or everything. No, he dey live the message every day, whether in good times, in bad times, in difficult times. He's always looking for unity. He's always looking to unify people. And this call where he made to the APC, I think people and for soak in them. I mean, sit down, listen to that message over and over, then you really realize waiting this kind message, this kind waiting it try for bring. When you look at the video or you listen to the message one time, you go just think, say, oh, okay, it's all politics. No. But listen to them one time, listen to them 2 times, 3 times, and then it go soak in you, and you go know, say, there is something special about this man, and there is something special about that message. So, Madam Host, in these difficult times, we they see always leaders, then they stand up. And this now waiting Dr. Richard Conte do at a moment where it grieve, at a moment where everything look down. Show encourage as a leader. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Albert. Mi famble una de listen to the Unifier Hour on www.richardconte.com. Una can also catch we on any of our social media platform there. We're there on YouTube, we're there on Instagram, we're there on WhatsApp, we're there on Twitter, we're there on all the social media platform there, we're there on Facebook. So I'd invite everybody, if una there already, una don't tune in, do you wanna share the link, let other people then self tune in, may they listen to the Unifier Hour. And when I just don't hear we panel discussion, we if I get for summarize waiting then say will be they talk about Dr. Richard Conte living the unifier code, even in a time where challenge in family tremendously. At the funeral of his son, Sir Richard, he surveyed the crowd and he realized, say, he's in the presence of people who have the ability and capability for influence with party from the grassroots up. And he sees the moment in a tremendous show of courage and leadership for call and ask and plead with the party stalwarts for unite the APC party. Waiting do because he realized say APC need for be united for make we go ensure victory 2023. Moving on, but still on the same kind of topic, Dr. Conte, in a thank you speech to the one day we come the funeral, he acknowledged say every person of stature na the APC party being dede. And in gratitude, what he tell Tenki, he pray say that as they don't gather so under the umbrella of this funeral for in Pekin, under this very difficult moment, in a show of solidarity, in a show of unity, he prays say, even though na hardship and challenge bring them come together, that this unity will continue even after the burying. He calls specifically on Paminkailu, Payansane, and with former president, Dr. EBK, for bring the party together because he realized that only a united APC will guarantee victory for 2023. I want for we panelists and comment on the party and the need for unity and the capability for build that unity day. And I want for Mikuna do so in terms of Dr. Richard Conte in aspiration as flag bearer for the party. Thank you. Anybody is welcome to go.
Valda, I can start on this one.
Okay.
You know, the word unity is spelled UNITY, unite or unity. If you take the I out of the spelling, you don't untie the group. So individual in APC is bigger than anybody. No one person not go say in a APC. We all get to come together because we all know one. And Sierra Leone, the same way, one party not go say, na no more get Salone. Salone na we all own and we all know one. We need a leader. We're not only able to unify the party, but we're going to unify the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Wherein it doesn't matter which region you come out, we for all know say we all valuable, and Dr. Conte make that clear. Then all na the party valuable, and then all they come with different abilities and different talents and giftings. And if they put them all together, it's like a football team. Whether they play left wing, right wing, center, forward, defense, if all man play in position, the team go win. They stand a chance for win. When all man play in position, and then all man respect each other in position. He called say, let them all know say they all value. They come in with different talents and abilities. Where if they put them together, they could be a good working machine. We could bring back unity and also we could bring back victory. So me, I feel say in awareness for no say an individual will not unify that country. An individual by himself not go able to succeed. He need, not like everybody, you need the hand, the head, the foot, the chest. You need all parts for function. So in cry to the party, now for let we realize that we all valuable and everybody get talent, gifts, and abilities. And if we put them together and unite the party, we will get victory. And the same thing called for Salome. There are different factions and different people and where if you get a leader we're able to unite everybody and respect each and everybody, Salon will be a better place. So really, Dr. Richard Conte, it is show in leadership and it is show, say, a united APC to bring back victory for Salon.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. I call on the other panelists there. Madam Pose, Mr. Albert, anyone of Una?
Yeah, you know, just like I said before, at that time where Dr. Conte be delivered that message, that short message of unity, you know, now be a very special thing for me. Anytime I listen to that message, you know, it opened my eyes more to something unique about his leadership qualities and what they look for to the APC, what they try to accomplish within the APC. Now, party unity, well, I would say, what did they happen at the APC? Not a unique thing. It happened to every political party. You know, not to say that APC no more get crisis. No. Anytime where a party lost power, these kind of things they happen. You know, there is this infighting, leadership change. You know, the things they evolve. The party they continue. You go see, like I say, then they in unity. When then they in power, you go see say everybody they told the line. But the moments the party lost power, the leadership they evolve because now then they change the leadership and then new people and they come in. So unique to APC. When APC lost power in 2018. Everybody for no say it trigger a leadership change. It happens in all major parties in the world. They happen. So let people not think say now APC no more disunited or no. It's not a common occurrence across all political parties. Yes, now true say certain things they prolong the process, right? Greed and some other individual personalities go prolong the process. But at the end of the day, the APC gets a process in place right now for unity, for unite party, for make the party move on, for make the party come back together, elect a new leader where they go. And we see in that message where Dr. Conte rise up, he look at the moment, he look at all the people away present and all the people away he call on those names. Those not special people away. They are former leaders, current leaders, and even future leaders of this party. You see the need, say, we need to rely on the past, we need to rely on the current, we need to rely on the future. All these people, he called them together. Former President EBK was there. He called them. He said, let's let's do something, let's unite the party. And the process they go on, the process they go on. So me they encourage, let people entrust the process where they happen right now, because now the right thing they happen. And the APC party, if we patient, we go reach there. The party go be united. We go elect a good leader. The party go be united, and we go on into the next election with strength and in unity. So long we not feel like downcast, and what did they happen? The WhatsApp, social media, all the prophets and all the journalists, them everybody they say whatever you want for them. No, there's a process, and there are leaders. And Dr. Richard Conte is emerging one of those courageous leaders. Remember, I'll be first talk about the courage in leadership. And we don't see them now, how Dr. Richard Conte, they exhibit those qualities and how they rally those people who matter, the past leaders, the present, and the future leaders. They rally everybody for make the APC be a successful party. I think say he did on to something very big. And like I say, he's the special one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Albert.
Father, if I can say something.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Miguel.
Analogy kind of my mind about food, and you teeth and your tongue, and then you mouth, but sometimes you can bet your tongue. But where food come, the tongue and the teeth get for operate for let the food go down. So APC then they can mouth right now, but the need for come together, just like the tongue and the teeth need for come together so that the food will go down at the belly. Now just a small analogy no more.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Miguel. And they make them a lot more concrete for so many people. Thank you. I want to give Madam Pose a chance for respond.
Much, Madam Valda. I know say I lost connection, but based on waiting me to comrade and don't say I think I get the point. Me, I know say APC them, we go come together. It's like, let's say husband and wife. I don't care how I make palaver, but we tell each fellow come together or will come together. APC will come together, and definitely by the grace of God, when we make a where the unifier believe in and trust in, we don't say the unity go there because there is no house where no the way hala hala no the day. But at the end of the day, we will come together for choose the right person. We will lead we onto the 2023 elections. And we'll not say by the grace of God, the unifier will be that chosen one. We got in for we Mama Salon. And at the point in time, we can't we need a God-fearing leader. Because if we get any leader, we have the fear of God. They could know how for leading people then. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Pose. Well, my family, una don't hear it, una they listen to the Unifier Hour on www.richardconte.com. Una can also catch you on any of the social media platform there. We did panel all, we did YouTube, we did Instagram, we did WhatsApp, we did Facebook. And when I just don't hear it, we panelists and they talk about Dr. Richard Conte and the ability of the inability for unite not only the APC party but the country, and basically the message within the give now that we as APC and them we need for trust the system. We get a system in place, the system they work, and we need for trust the system. And like we hear two analogy them, one say teeth and tongue must jam, but when it kind inside the mouth, then get for work together for swallow, for chew and swallow. The other person say husband and wife, then we'll make plumber, but when tell each and they make peace and then come back together. So now that's now basically the situation with APC. Just trust the system. Now we on appeal that one day to all the grassroots of the APC. We not trust the system. Okay, moving on. With this call for unity, where Dr. Conte make that day, he also cautioned all APCians that if we not take decisive action, the party will face dire consequences, serious trouble. He urged all the party member them for value each other, for give credit, outside credits due, and for give credit, outside credit due, for value each other, for make sure say when somebody don't do something, we actually acknowledge a contribution to the party. And he say, if we do that one day, it can be the beginning of the unification process. We can use this as the start of the unification process. We go bind we together as a party and help we for build waiting they can call synergy. Okay, synergy in a simple concept. Now, a concept we mean say the amount of work where you put into something, not as big as the output, because you do and so efficiently. Now that's Dr. Conte they call on we the APC and then for do from the grassroots up. For let we all join on together so that when we join on, the power where they come out from inside APC, the unity where they come out from inside APC, and the strength and the result where we go see from that one day go pass the work where we do, where we come together. To me panelists then, I want to ask una, Dr. Richard Conte don't caution we this way. Usai una see say this go happen easily, and usai una see say the party go get some challenges in building this kind synergy and unity. Anybody in the panel can go first.
Well, I don't know, Albert. You want to go? I can start.
Yeah, okay. So, just in line with what we did say before about Dr. Richard Conte in qualities and in leadership, characters. For any opposition party for come and win election, they need a unifying leader. They need a leader where able for unite the base, where able for mobilize the base, and where the supporters they able believe in for accomplish for take the party to a next level. There are many examples around the world. I mean, here in Canada, we see me from work in Canada, I see the conservatives, they've been on the rule for a long time because they get one strong leader. We're able to mobilize the base, mobilize everything. That was Stephen Harper. But when them beat them, the opposition party struggle, forget a leader we're able for challenge that guy until they discover this current guy where they get right now, Justin Trudeau. He come, he mobilize the base, he mobilize the supporters, and then win. So all waiting the opposition, like now APC they in opposition, all what they need right now a leader we get the character for unite the party, a leader we get the strength, we get the ability, we get passion for the party, where they only look for himself or for what he had again today or no, but he gets the party in mind. In somebody were able for go to the places where a lot of people are not able for go, and we don't see if you follow Dr. Richard Conte, you don't see over the years what he don't do. We say the places the way he don't go, where the people the way he don't reach, be in those difficult areas na Sierra Leone, he don't reach there. No village, no the way he not don't reach. No town, no day na Sierra Leone, no don't reach. For talk to the people, the APC people, those people will matter, and it come to a stage at a time where in the month, you see a big stage. Who say, I don't spend time. All this time they look for meet them people there, so everywhere for talk to them. Right here, then I also again in leadership quality, stand up and rally a call for unity. You see, these are the kind of leaders where opposition parties they always need.
Yes.
And I see Dr. Richard Conte as that man, the special one, we go able for take the APC party to a next level for the 2023 election.
Thank you very much, Mr. Albert. That was a very astute summary of just a little bit of Dr. Richard Conte in capabilities. They open the question still to Mr. Mege or Madam Pose. Any one of you can come in, please.
Well, I can come in, Valda, for highlight. Again, say people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about them. Dr. Richard Conte are the only candidate with a vie for the APC flag bearership, where they include the Southeast, and they make the Southeasterners they know say them valuable na the party. Now, he are the only candidate where they unify the party in terms of bringing in the Southeast, where they make the Southeasterners and feel say then get voice na the APC.
Yes.
And for let we win election, we need a candidate we cut across the nation. So with that said, now one of the strengths and the way in get, where they ingraft, they bring in the Southeasterners, they bring in the people that where they feel like say they not be part of this party, they bring in them votes then we get to recognize that and they get that talent and that gift there. And also, with waiting they go on to right now at the country, it make people scared. It make people afraid for even for go register. But Dr. Conte get the courage for ingraft, like I say, bringing the Southeasterners. Now, you know, the only candidate in the APC party right now where they run for flag bearer, we get that ability there for unite the country as a whole.
Yes.
You know, people and they where they feel like say they're not valuable. But in they make people and know say they're valuable at the APC. Because if they go reach out to them and if they go tell them, say, una step na part of this party and una step una voice need to be heard. So in terms of unifying the country, I believe say he get the ability in terms of unifying the party, he get the ability, especially the Southeasterners at this time when they feel disenfranchised, in they always go and encourage them, say, una na APC, una na Sierra Leone, una na part of this party, and we need una.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mege. Sorry, did I cut you off? Go ahead. Sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. Madam Pose, you want to add anything to this?
Hello, I don't know if
Yes.
Nadia hear me.
We hear you. We hear you.
Just equating me to brother, then don't say the panelists them. Sometimes I know say we all can do a different side them, but it just take a special person to recognize a good leader. It take a special person to recognize a hardworking leader, a fearless leader, winner Dr. Richard Conte, a fearless in a way because it get God na in heart, it think for the people, it feel for the people because it come from a humble beginning. You know what it means, a humble beginning. He has been there. So it feel for the people. We are not afraid for reach any side, beside the grassroots people then did. As I make one statement, the time where I believe say I'm stand to be corrected. Na Pujan we been the come out we been the good Pujan for go mingle with in APC comrades them after the election we even they go around. When they stop on a one the barrier, them saying orders from above enough for pass. Dr. Richard Conte can down in Mutuka say this na me country.
Yes.
Nobody can stop me for land go say hello to me people then. They say if una they kill me, but they go. I see that man cross that barrier.
Yes.
Enough afraid. The soldier man or security personnel say we been there, of course then get gone the way then they carry. You not even think twice, say I have a wife, I have children, I have family that depend on me. But he sacrificed himself for
the grassroots, is sacrifice himself for the nation. Say, una kill me, but me I dey go. I see that man there they go. I see that I say, wow, this man. He not even remember say I have a family to take care of or we depend on me. But he sacrificed himself. That shows you how special this man is. And if we can only think about, let us forget about who we belong and put the country first. We put Mama Salone first before any other thing. We know say this na the man we no go fear for anything for Mama Salone.
Indeed.
Why not rally behind this man? Why not support this man for let it be the flag bearer? Let we just sit down and think. Some certain time they let we just forget about our personal ego and differences and no say this na the man we go bring we all come together. You know they choose boundaries. You know one know whose region or tribe you come from. He's from the north. But look Ego Nanjala, a lecture there, he studied it. The amount of people them where you hear, where you meet people them. We've had so many stories about how this man don't help other people there.
Absolutely.
You know they pick and choose, say, oh, because you not come up from the north, no, I know. No. It gets so many different people then where it don't help. Where I know say within himself, you know, they even remember, say, I have done this for this person. So dear people, let we sit down and think. Right now, we need that person. We go become we next flag bearer for our party. We get the heart for all man. We you know they look, say you there with me or you know they with me. But because we all day together as one, because we all now one, it is support and help. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so much, Madam Pose.
and if I can say something, Valda.
Yes, go right ahead, Mr.
I
Megan.
give you another analogy. It's like a football team that want to win championship. If we good player is crap, there is no need for putting inside the game. Where you put the player that we're capable for play, like we're in the play, where we win, that player will scrap waiting at the bench, instead will get a ring. At this time, the party, the analogy, we good player is crap. Do ya? Let we put another player, we're capable, we are small, able for bringing the victory. That player wasting on the bench, if they get glory, at the end of the day, the party wins.
Yes.
So let we go to this final game with the best player. Even if the best player don't hurt, make him wait. Let the other one then come in, then they win the game for we. Let we all get trophy.
Thank you, Mr. Mege. Thank you so much. Mifambo, there we get about 4 minutes left, but I really want to ask this last question. So my panelists there, I go ask una for keeping our response then down to 1 minute. Now about this recent upheaval in the country, we know say Boku people then get killed. Some really prominent people then at the APC party get killed, and we don't hear a lot of outcry around this. But I think say the biggest impact, especially to the one day in the diaspora, now in terms of this registration, we know say registration they come soon, from September 3rd to October 4th of this year. Now the people that were in the diaspora go able go free to go salon for go register so that they can be legitimate voters. But now this upheaval don't so unbox things that people then afraid. We don't hear plenty rumor them say certain people then go be targeted. If they go register for votes, then go target them, then go arrest them, then go hold them, then go grill them, register, and all that kind of thing. And this don't make people then afraid. People that we don't plan for go register for votes, then they think twice about it. Because all my luck in life. I want to make a comment on this particular situation with respect to democracy and the impact which something like this will get on we journey as a country toward improved democracy. And any one of una can go first. Thank you.
Valda, first of all, I want to say condolences to the people that we don't lost their life, the family members that we grieve right now. Heartfelt condolences to them. We all affected because even when one die, now we all, one is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now that country, we all now one. We all now one people them. So condolences to the people that we die and the family, and I pray that their soul go rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
You know, sometimes now the ultimate sacrifice they don't give. From the servicemen who lost their life in the line of duty to the innocent Sierra Leonean and we lost their life. So then I oath a stray bullet meet them. We they condemn all forms of violence in our country. We're not happy for that.
Yeah.
Democracy now a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So we all saddened for let things turn out the way it turned out. And again, heartfelt condolences to the heroes and sheroes, the one that we lost their life. So me, they say, we as diasporans, some of we, they invest with hard earned income here for make sure Salon develop. We're not happy. Even when we label, say, some of these things, they come from we win. No, we're not glad. But we they call on Papa government, do ya? Salon, na one country. But the only nation and the way we get. Let we come together. We condemn all forms of violence. Well, let we come together. Let we give equal rights to people them for able to come home. And don't be afraid if you're not SLPP or APC for come able for register. Let you go choose who that you feel say for lead with country. This condition where they going right now, they affect the registration process. And I pray that this go stop. That they not go target person. We all get freedom for choose which party we want them with. Let we allow democracy for work. Let people and come, APC, SLPP, NGC, whatever. May they able come and register as Sierra Leoneans without being threatened or not feel say they go arrest them because they belong to any political party. This it go disturb the democracy we will try for develop that country. Let the government do a beg. Whatever don't happen, may them come at the table, then dialogue, then find common ground. Prevention is better than cure. The people have spoken, and I hope say the government go listen to the masses and say, let's find a way to prevent these kind of things from happening again down the road. Let us not try only for find solution, but let we try for prevent them. There is a reason why people take the streets, and I hope and pray that some of the forces, the people that we lost their life in the line of duty, may heartfelt condolences to them. But we go act a little bit more professional the next time, so that we not say live bullet, you know, get name. If you release a live bullet, the innocent person said go die. So do ya me they call on the government. Let we work together. Salon na one country, we all na one. Mandate limba loko, it no matter. Salon na we nation. Let we come together. Let we let democracy give them a chance. Let people then come out and vote and register in any region or part of the country where they without threat or not fear. Say they're going to be arrested because they're not APC or because they're not SLPP or because they're not NGC. Do you abeg? Salona, we one great nation. We all they bleed right now. We want peace and unity, love and harmony in our country. It no matter which region you come out, we all for able to come and register so we go vote legitimately and give opportunity to each and every Sierra Leonean for get the right to come out and represent.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege, for that impassioned response there. They give Mr. Albert or Madam Pose an opportunity for respond.
Yeah. Again, Mr. Fuang for joining Mr. Mege for just observe, the unfortunate incident we happened on August 10, and also they say make the souls of the one that we lost, rest in peace. Not be a very unfortunate thing, being enough for don't happen in any way, but Asaki always say, in the midst of strategies or difficulties, problems, leaders then they always emerge. Again, I read and I listen to a lot of messages the way people put on WhatsApp or audio or everything where leaders then they share around everybody, they express your own opinion and everything about what happened on August 10th and the protests and the people that will die. But what I see mostly now, people finger pointing. Then they point at that one, now you cause na this, na that, na this, na that. But there is one message from the unifier where I read. And then on your website, if you go na the unifier website, theunifier.com, it's there. And the statement where the unifier put out is pointing to workable solutions. No, in no point I'm saying now you cause them, now you this, like how we don't read from so many other messages that we don't hear from. But he say, here is a workable solution. Calling on the international community, calling on the religious leaders, calling on all peace love in Sierra Leone. Dialogue is subject. Let us dialogue. Let we talk together. Because in a country, yes, people go get their misunderstandings and needs and desires and everything. We know the ruling government, yeah, it's difficult for make them able to address everybody in it. But if they open door for dialogue, they open door for talk, able for talk to the people, that's not a quality where it show as a leader. That when he be the leader, he able for talk to people, and when they see him in campaigns, as they go around interacting with people, the quality for able to talk to people, now a big quality way a leader they get. So in his statement, he asks that he provide a workable solution to with problems that we get as alone. It's not only about the hunger where people in the strike for or any other reasons. There are underlying problems where we go only able to solve them when we open that line for dialogue, where we able for talk to one another. Government able for talk to the citizens able for talk to the government. This will solve problems. So again, I know they only try for the praise Dr. Richard Conte, but when you follow, in activities, you follow in speeches, you follow in talk, in interaction with people, you see a special kind of leader. And people acknowledge that if you go na the Twitter, also they follow in Twitter. If you go na the Twitter feeds, right, you see comments then where people they acknowledge that message was it reached down to the basics of what we need na Sierra Leone. People then commend them for that. And I think say if people only take the chance or the opportunity for listen more, for learn more about what the man they do, about what in the unifier campaign they do, I think say we go get a different perspective and we go look at the leader and we go look at Dr. Richard Conte as a different kind of a leader. Stop there, madam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Albert. Madam Posse, I want you opportunity for respond.
Thank you very much, Madam Valda, and thank you very much to the two other panelists then. I would join them for also sympathize to the families then we lost their loved ones then. We know say it's a sad situation, but may the departed souls continue to rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
I will go straight to the point with this threat where they go on social media about diasporans going down for register about arresting diasporans there. Is this a democratic process we're following? all man get the right for casting votes. Usa a one casting vote. That's what democracy is about. Freedom. Una allow we for let we cast we vote. Usa one cast, and despite the different parties that will belong to. And when I say diasporans, I don't think say any party is excluded because we're all that we were there out were diasporans. But they are proper government. With a plutona. Launa allow we, law can exercise the right as Sierra Leoneans then for vote. Launa allow we, law we exercise the right for register where they qualify we for law we cast we vote, who's our one cast we vote. In any democratic world, we will say what we want to say, but the voice of the people, it matters when it comes to registration and election. The voice of the people speak because now the voice of the people, the vote, now for put the leader in that chair. So threatening the diasporans then because they not belong to one particular party, say if they go when then they go, their names they're already there for arrest them. So me, I see that as a threat. How will we country develop? We they talk about democracy. Is this democracy for a country? Una no one allow let the people they use they exercise their own power through elections. Dear Papa government, this is not the right way. If una believes say you guys were elected democratically, una allow the people then for exercise their right by allowing the people to register. It doesn't matter whose party you belong, but una allow let the process go on fairly. Let nobody not get no fear. And comes election day, the people will speak their voice. Now, for say thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Pose. Indeed, in Sierra Leone right now, the atmosphere no look too good. But Miss F1 joined in the call to we government, to we religious leaders, to people then we influential in the country. We went and talk. The masses they hear and act. One for call on una. Do ya for make una help we for proper solutions to this dilemma. Because if they don't talk, say the diaspora don't become a region for can vote, then una take away the possibility of voting by creating a threatening atmosphere during the time where they're supposed for the can register so that they can legitimately vote, then there was no point in creating it in the first place. So do ya with the appeal to all the one day we're influential in the country, make una find solutions and make we continue for build we country democratically. Let people then get the opportunity for exercise their democratic right, then democratic freedom, for come register as Sierra Leoneans so that they go vote for the party we then decide say na in they want support. Nobody enough for force anybody for support one particular party or another. Everybody for be able to make up in your mind how it choose. So dear, now we own plea dandy to we government and to we people them of stature and influence in the country. Thank you. Just following along this line of this, we country don't become, really politically and regionally divided. But APC don't always be a party of the people where they embrace all tribes, all regions, no matter who you be. You want to be a member of the APC, you are more than welcome. The doors are wide open for everybody. But in this current climate of divisive politics, we don't deepen the grooves of tribal and political lines, Dr. Conte don't be the only APC flag bearer aspirant where they work so hard for continue that particular identity day of the APC party being a party of the people. It is called the All People's Congress. All People's Congress. Dr. Conte na the only APC flag bearer aspirant where literally they work day and night for ensure say APC no lost that identity day. I think one of the panelists have mentioned and say it work hard for draw in the southeastern of them where they feel disenfranchised, where they feel left out, where they feel like say, oh, maybe they're not going to want to win at this APC party because of everything that is going on right now. It work so hard for make them for ensure say they know and then feel say they're an integral part of the APC party, and that then contribution for build a cohesive society is coveted, is needed, and is wanted. It work hard for make each person get opportunity for participate in the elections process, in building the party, in developing the APC, all toward the grand end of APC Back to Power 2023. In this light, my panelists them, I just want for me to expand a little bit on the choice of the unifier in brand as the unifier and in slogan as we all now one. And anyone is welcome to go first.
The unifier, you know, where me don't start to follow the unifier, I look at this slogan, we all now one. And when you look at Sierra Leone, that is just what it is. We all now one as alone. There's no difference. Whether you come on a east, whether you come on a north, south, west, we all na Sierra Leoneans. You know, we would Naya so Ubaya, I can always tell people I not ever meet any wait man. He asks me, what are you tribe, right? Well, what are the tribe for say? When they ask you for introduce yourself, right? First, I'm a Sierra Leonean. Whether you later on you talk about your tribe, but first they want to know where are you from? Sierra Leone. So your nationality comes first, right? So very little, in fact, people ask you what tribe you are from because they also don't even get the tribes, right? So if very, very, very rare for let somebody ask you what's your tribe, right? Or which part of the country you come from. No. First, where are you from? I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm a Sierra Leonean. Mm-hmm. That's not the paramount, not the most important thing where then our identity. You see, lazy politicians, then they always use the divide to conquer kind of thing because they are very lazy. They're not able to go out there for meet people. They're not able to go out there for rally people, for unite people, for put the message forward. So what then they do is try for divide, find the shortcut, say, oh, you na this tribe, so me say na this tribe, so support me, oh, not support that person, they win that tribe, or they na that corner, and that, you know, like you know, that's na lazy politics, na naive politician, very, you know, but people are way ready for work hard. People like Dr. Richard Conte, you see, they don't go across the country, span east and west, north and south. You don't go everywhere for bring people together, for talk to people. Now, a very expensive thing for do, not to everybody able for do, and not to every politician able for do that kind of thing. So the one the way lazy, they just go organize one small group and preach hate, preach division, preach all kind of things where they separate people. So you go use that small group for win. I don't think say not that we made of as Sierra Leoneans. You know, there are intermarriages, interreligious groups everywhere. Sierra Leone get unique characteristics wherein you know the theory about tribal fights, about religious fights, Muslim against Christian or this person. No. You know the theory. These are qualities what we suppose for put forward, qualities what we suppose for embrace, and we see that in the unifier, and that is why in slogan we all now one it stand out, because no matter where you come from, no matter where you are, whether you be, we all now one as Sierra Leone. You tribe, it don't mean anything when it comes to the grand things of your identity. Now your nationality first, now matter. We are Sierra Leoneans, and at that we for stand by. We all now one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Albert, for that very astute answer there. I want to give opportunity to Madam Pose or Mr. Mege for weigh in on this.
If I can weigh in, Valda.
Go ahead, sir.
Like we, Albert says, we all now one. And no matter which region or which tribe, Salone now one. 7 million people.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a state in the United States. New York City alone get more population than the whole country of Salone.
Mm-hmm.
We all intertwine. Dr. Richard Conte in slogan, we all now one, especially at this time in that country. We need a leader where we unify the nation. We need a leader where they look at tribe or region. We need a leader where don't cut across region and tribe in that country. They were able to talk Mende, Limba, Loko, bring we all together and say we are all Sierra Leoneans. You know what's amazing? In the diaspora, when we meet with company Sierra Leonean, Mende, Timini, Limba, it doesn't matter. Who can meet up in them party or any other area. Trust me, we embrace ourselves. We go talk the Creole, we go talk like Sierra Leoneans. We don't matter if na Mende, Timini, Limba, it don't matter. We all na Salone person. Why we not take that same attitude they go na Sierra Leone? We all na one. The unifier get the right message for the people at this time in that country. We are so divided regionally. We are so divided tribally. We need to come together and realize say we all now one. So the phrase, the unifier, we need a leader where God-fearing, where people-oriented, where also know say we all for work together and we all valuable. Each Sierra Leonean valuable. It no matter which tribe you come out, we all valuable. We all now one. So Dr. Richard Conte in slogan and in campaign, the unifier, we need that right now, especially at this time that we nation, where the present don't show so much divide. We need unity for build back Sierra Leone. We need collective effort. Everybody matter. Everybody important. Every tribe important. We need to come together and work for build Sierra Leone. It's not about party. It's not about party, SLPP, NGC. It doesn't matter. We are all Sierra Leoneans. We need a leader right now where they cry out, say, we are all one people, one nation. We need to come together. We need to love each other. We need to get along. Okay? So again, it's very relevant at this time, at this juncture. The word, the unifier, we all are one, is very relevant.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. That was very profound. Madam Pose, you want to add to this, please?
I think Madam Pose drop off.
Okay. Unfortunately, Madam Pose no day in a place where in connection too stable. So maybe we're not going able for you from on this one. But I just want to tell me panelists them a very big thank you. Thank you to Mr. Albert. Thank you to Mr. Mege for una time we una take today for come expound on some of the ideas of the unifier in campaign, in message, and within it a plan not only for the APC party but for the country as a whole. Me people them, I just want to make una think back to this panel discussion today. Make una think back critically, because wetin una don yeri na ya so today don make una understand say APC party need unity. We need a leader we able and capable for develop, build, and sustain that unity day. We need a leader we fearless, we go able stand up to the current pauper government and then fear tactics, then fear mongering. Even the one that we're in a diaspora right now, that fear tactics and fear mongering, don't touch them big time. So much so that people then they afraid for go back, for go register, so that then go able vote. We need a leader we're able for unify the country, where it no matter whose partner the country e go, everybody they see him as them person. And that leader day, now Dr. Richard Conte. He don't demonstrate this in rallies across the country. He don't demonstrate this by how they draw in the Southeastern, then we don't they feel like say then disenfranchised na the APC party. He don't demonstrate this by how it affects for the identity of the APC as indeed all People's Congress. He don't demonstrate this by seizing an incredible opportunity, even in the midst of in grief, for call on the stalwarts of the party, for call on the influencers of the party, for unite we as a party. All because in biggest aim, now that come 2023, the All People's Congress go day in a position of power, go day in a position of strength for win the elections and get back to power. Why? Not because only it won't get back to power, but because they see the suffering of we people. And they pain them inside in heart, where they see how in people then they suffer. And he want for bring some relief to that suffering day. He want for bring solution to that suffering day. He want bring resolution to that suffering day. We don't do so many interviews where he don't talk in plan, how he get plan for involve every level, every sector of the economy, every sector of the human resources, from the small beginning where it plan for continue the free education, but for revamp them in a way that it become effective. From the youth them, where he get plan on how for develop and create jobs. From the veteran them, where he get plan on how for harness the wisdom we then get throughout the years, and how for change the structure of economic development, because right now na salon, now the government na the largest employer, and it's not sustainable for let government be the largest employer. It don't talk time and again how we get plan for really develop with private sector, revitalize with private sector, and make them a vibrant job creating sector. We go mean say the young one them, the youth them all, and the little bit older one them, where they in the middle of their career then go be ensured of sustained income. We then go able for live a life where even if they're not 100% financially free, then go at least able for pay them, bill them. Right now, they want the way they earn minimum wage or close to minimum wage. They're not able for sustain themselves. Dr. Conte get a plan for revamp the economy in such a way that almost every person na salon go able for earn a living wage. APC and them, grassroots. If una they wonder who that for vote for, if una don't make up una mind who that for vote for, I dey tell una now, if una want see APC back to power 2023, Dr. Richard Conte now the only viable candidate we're able for carry party go to the point where we go defeat any other party and take the reins of power for bring economic relief to we people then, so that all then demonstration they are where they cause senseless killings not go be necessary anymore, because people then go able for live in a way where then go get some amount of dignity. Me people then now the word that on today. Una thank you so much for listening to the Unifier Hour. Now me this the host, Valda KaiKai. I say thank you again to my panelists then, Mr. Albert, Mr. Mege, and unfortunately, Madam Posse, we don't drop off. Thank you, everybody, and see you now again by God power next week.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Valda. We all now one.
We all now
The
one.
Unifier.
Indeed.